Welcome back to Paper Confessions with Karamia. It is time for our library sale haul. Every year, our local library has a sale in the summer, and we decided to go back. Now, we have been very picky of what books we will be picking because we have a pretty big library. As a matter of fact, I've donated a lot of books and have put some of my books on sale in the Maker's Market. So let's dive in and see what we have. But first off, I wanted to let you know for this event, they were selling fill up a bag for $5, but there were also some special price books that were excluded from that deal. So let's take a look and see which books we ended up getting. So let's start off with the smallest book that we spotted, and this is this beautiful book about mothers, and I thought the illustrations were really pretty. It was published in the 70s, and I just love it. So look at how endearing the pages are. So I thought this was really sweet. So that's our small little book, and then we're going to work our way up to the largest book we've ever found in our library hauls. Next one is We Love Charlie Brown. So this is Charlie Brown's Reflections. I have never seen this, and this was published for Hallmark. So let's see what year they published this, but how cute are these? Oh my, the print is so small, but I'll just pull it up and you can take a look and see when that was. And then there's different sections there. So on days. So I thought it would be a cute little item to add. I don't know if Snoopy's in here. Let's have a look. If Snoopy made an appearance. I do love, there he is, Woodstock, and Snoopy is my favorite character from this series, so really like that. Then Emmy found these love note postcards, and I thought they were interesting and funny, so let's take a look and see what they look like. Let's see, when was it published, or at least what it almost has a vintage look to it, but I don't think it is. It was made in 2014, but how cute are the illustrations? And then when you open it up, the postcards are in here. So they're like little tearaway. Definitely is a revival of some of the vintage cards that we've seen in the market. I like that I'd be delighted to go out with you. So this would be interesting. You're my perfect guy. So some really cute stuff. I'm gonna have to ask Emmy which of these will she be sharing with me. But these are cute. I love them. We're so right together. Please be mine. That's so adorable. Aww. And then we have this. Maybe I'm just a small fry, but I'm a good egg, and that's no yolk. So that was really fun. And we have the corn, and then it goes to the back here with the bunny. And then our next one is more of a journal, and I thought this would be fun to write in, or I might alter the pages, but I really like the handmade paper in here. I can definitely harvest some of the pages and put them with my other journals. So that's what that is for. And then Emmy also found a cute little notebook. So some of them were also priced, as you saw there, 50 cents. But otherwise, you could just throw them in the bag. Yeah, they didn't really look at how much. But this was really cute. This is something she got for a friend that she's going to add to a little goodie bag, you know, like as a way of saying happy summer. And then Emmy also spotted Gilmore Girls. This one, I think we had to pay separately for this. This is $3 for the set, and there's like 3 DVD. I've never seen this series. I know some friends that have, but there it is. I think it's a cute collection. And so we are super excited to see if this series is any good. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have seen this. But that's what we're going to be watching with Ems and her big sister Lil when she comes and visit for the summer. Now this one, I love Susan Branch recipe books, and I found this book here called A Fine Romance Falling in Love with the English Countryside. And I love the format of her books. And you guys, look at that. Doesn't it remind you of junk journaling? The way it's layered. And I like the font that she uses. So I thought this was such a great find. And the books are in, like, the pages are in good condition. So you can tell this is probably where she last read. Oh, I don't know, but I'm excited to read it as well. This would be a good summer read. And then just to look at the images and pictures. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So we have that. What else did Emmy find? Emmy found this graphic designer essential handbook. Primarily, she liked the topography, the colors of the book. She said she may likely use some of the pages for collaging. We have a bird image there. We have and then this one's some deers. There were a few images that she was showing me, like she really liked this one. And again, you can see how they had used some images and then created a new one. And this will probably be fun to read too and learn. So we'll see. Might be a great resource and reference. And apparently it was published in 1985, but these are still relevant in design. So I'm excited to also read that with Emmy. So that's one. I love photography. So this was a series of books, and it was Life Library Photography, and they actually had probably 10, but I just picked one. I don't think I need all. One, I like the imagery and the fact that it said the camera. And then inside, basically you have all this literature that you could read through, from the history to technology, all that stuff. And I thought that would be amazing to see. So you can see that. Look at some of the lenses there, and then some of the imagery that were presented here. So I'm also interested in seeing, you know, what it has. See, photography versus painting, stuff like that. So really cool. Now this next one I got for my sister, who's a fan of this gentleman's writing. So I got this for her. There were some interesting things here, like letters and documents that I think she would really be happy to read. So we got that from my sister. And then I love jewelry, and I also love anything antique and vintage. So I wanted to get myself one of these books to read up and also get more familiarized with identifying things and what era maybe they're from if I do go find them in thrift shops or whatnot. So I think the best way to do that is also to read books that have compiled, you know, some of the history and given you the traits of what these items look like. So that way, if you are curating art and curating items such as these collectibles, then, you know, you're able to identify them properly. Like here's some bangle jewelries that they have shown, and look at these. I was just like, wow, those are beautiful. This says it's a craft revival Art Nouveau jewelry. So I'm super excited to read on this. And I know there was a scarab pin somewhere here, but it might have been in the other book that I left behind. Again, we were trying our best not to take too many because we've decided that we want to keep our shelves filled with books, but books that we would love to really read and keep. So that's what we're doing. And I don't want to have to buy another shelf just because I have more books, something like that. But this is one of them. And then the other one I'm really excited about is this Artistic Luxury Fabergé Tiffany and Lalique. So it has a curation of different, oh my gosh, this one's really exciting. I'm looking forward to reading this and just learning more about all of these beautiful items. Look at the jewelry. Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, look at that. That that is just amazing. So I want to know the history, more of the history, and then, wow, I love that image. I'm gonna have to read who that is, and then here's more of the images. So again, with this one, it had a special price, but we were able to include, I think there were a few that you couldn't put in the bag, but we were able to put this, I think. The lady said this was fine, and so were the 50-cent ones. It's the larger one. So I'm going to show you the largest book I've ever found in our library book sales, but we have a few more. This one again, Emmy found, and I thought, what an amazing find. They're all the fairies. And I have a few fairy books, but I have never seen this one here. Oh my gosh, just the imagery again. She found a really good one and really unique book. I love it. So very interesting. And let's see. So that's what's inside this book here. And then the last book that I put in our bag that would fit, I love teddy bears, and this is the ultimate teddy bear book. So it's going to identify it, and again, I love it because as a resource, if you are one that collects, I have a very small collection of teddy bears, but I would like to identify them and also date them. But this one looks like it has different types of teddies, and then it'll tell you the year of where they're from, what their names are. So let's go right ahead and check out some of them here. Like, check out Oscar. It tells you the traits, what you're looking for. Look at this guy. A teddy bear friend pets. And look at his big feet. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Here's Marcel. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to see if it has, oh my goodness. I love this. Rupert Bear. And it looks like there were some books back in the day. This is the author that created him. That's so cute. Mr. Fluffy. I mean, how fun is this, right? To see different versions of bears. Wow. Maybe next time, or if I'm able to do an insert real quickly of the bears that I have in my collection. Some of them, not all of them, but I'll show a quick clip here so that you can see what they look like. So that's our ultimate teddy bear book. I'm going to move everything aside because I have to make way for the biggest book, like I said, that I found in all of our library sale visits in our city. So here it is. I found a Birds of the World book, and I just had to get it. It's pretty heavy. Poster size pages. This was a special price. They were not including that in the bag deal, obviously, because you couldn't fit it. $12. And just to show you the scale, here's our mini book. And if I put our Susan Branch book there, that is a pretty book, pretty big book. It's about almost 2 feet or 2 feet long, I mean in height, and then a little over 1.5 feet across. And here's the other book, right? So I was just super, super happy. And Emmy was like, where are you going to put it, Mom? But I said, don't worry, Mommy has a plan. So this beautiful bird is an egret, and it looks like he just took a shower. And that's why his feathers are all fluffy. I have to figure out who the photographer was. But oh my gosh, just to give you a preview of this gorgeous book. But let's find a page. Look at that eagle. Oh my goodness. It can't even fit on screen. Here is an egret. Oh my gosh. Isn't that pretty? And then here's that page with him. But I saw, there it is, that bald eagle. We have the birds of prey, and I love birds of paradise. There was one page here that was dedicated to them. Look at this. Cardinal coming up. I think it's on this page. Wow, look at how gorgeous these birds are. I hope you can see that. I have to move it there. But I am in love with this book. I'm a big fan of birds. And then we have our shoreline birds. You can see by they're still looking like legs. And then look at that reflection. Oh, there's a bookmark. Let's see. A finch. Guys, this is amazing. Is it not? For book collecting and as a bird lover, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. This image here, I'll have to read more, but that's a magpie. And let's see what that other big bird is. And he's sitting actually on a, looks like a buffalo, water buffalo. And then we have our owls and our ostrich. So you can see there's a good variety of birds here with pecker. And then we have our toucan bird there. I hope you can see that. But I was just amazed to see this. I'll have to check online and see how much these regularly sell for. But for me, this was definitely a great find. One of my favorite finds in my hauls over the years at our library haul. So I hope that you guys also enjoyed seeing what me and Emmy found. We found a good number of books and filled up our bag with amazing books that we're going to be enjoying this summer. We're also going to be watching this, and I'm going to be learning more about the jewelry. And we got our teddy bear books as well. So super excited and looking forward to reading this summer. So comment down below and let me know if you have found great finds in your library sale. And if you haven't, make sure to check out your local library if you guys are book collectors or are book readers that just want to be able to read books on budget, or are junk journal makers and are probably looking for a book to harvest from for images or glue books. Make sure to check out your local libraries. So have a great weekend, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.